Hey, what's up, fam? So I know this one's a little early today. 'Cause I've decided I woke up, and you all know I wake up like a shot out of a cannon. So it is what it is, and I hope that you have a great day today. However, I was scrolling through the feeds earlier this morning, and I saw some people are really struggling today, and they're struggling because, well, they're having I guess, an emotional, psychological issue with what they're seeing in the world versus what they believe. And actually, that's what's called cognitive dissonance. It's where there's a differentiation between reality and what you think, what you feel, what you believe in things. So there's an incongruity there. Something's just not right. And what's happening is, whether that's believing that the world was one way, believing that what you're hearing in the media is one thing, believing that, or just believing stuff and then realizing that there's stories out there that just aren't true, or that you're hearing whisperings of stuff that make your ideas and beliefs not fit in with the pieces that you're given. Okay. I'm gonna get into some of that in a second here, but I just want to draw for you just a couple examples that might, I don't know, might resonate with you right now. So, for example, you may not be able to attend your kid's graduation. In fact, you may only be able to do a drive-by. You may not be able to do a traditional funeral. Can't, okay, because it's just not safe. You can't go to a baseball or football game because it's not safe as well, too. But you'll see in the news when a civil rights leader dies, you can see a packed church. You can see individuals sitting with masks in the pew, but you're not allowed to do that because the rules are for you, but they're not for other people, okay? It's okay for them, but it's not okay for you. There's an issue there because there's no congruity. You're saying one thing, but you're doing something else. Or maybe there's another example here. You may hear about people getting COVID by testing positive. You may hear about that. But then you hear about people actually never being tested who are being told that they're positive. You may hear about people living through and surviving it even. You may be even hearing about what the actual the statistics are about survival rates. You may be even hearing about, realize that there's a massive majority of people who are surviving and who are not just dying because of the cases. So you might be seeing that, wait, there's language used here, cases versus mortality. Something's not working out. Like, what's really going on? You can even hear that the World Health Organization is fudging their numbers. You maybe even hear that states are fudging their numbers, but you should remain afraid and locked in your house. You may be seeing and hearing these things. You're like, wait a minute, something's not right, okay? What do you see here in the mainstream that doesn't match what you hear and see in real life? There's a whole lot of things that you may see, okay? Or even maybe stating more plainly, you can hear that your business or means of supporting yourself and your family are unsafe, but big box businesses, they remain open with little spread in their facilities. You can go to a Walmart, Home Depot, any grocery store. You can't go to a small business or restaurant because they are super spreaders, okay? Those are super spreaders, not the big box places. You can't attend church because they are super spreaders as well too. But super masses of people are going and being directed to super big box businesses, okay? Does that make any sense to you? No, it doesn't. Do you get what I'm saying here? Do you understand what I'm saying here at all? Lastly, you're being told to listen and to believe black voices. But those, the moment that a black voice that doesn't match the mainstream, they're either silenced, they're vilified, or maybe racially stereotyped, or maybe they're even freaking killed, okay? It's the truth. All while ignoring that other people are saying the same things that these same black voices are saying, especially that one black lady that everybody was vilifying. But don't, just completely ignore the other doctors, completely ignore the Yale study, completely ignore the studies that came out of China, came out of Europe, ignore those studies, but just focus in on this one black lady. That's really crazy how the folks who are telling me to, black power and all that stuff, or the first person that's black that says something out of the mainstream, the stereotypes come out. Who's doing the stereotyping, by the way? Makes you wonder, right? Well, certain businesses are essential, just those tied to the state. Certain people are essential, just those who agree with the narrative. And certain stories are essential, just those that stay with the prescribed narrative, okay? This is what you're having. You're having a break between reality. You're having a break between what you believe. And you may need to take a break from social media. You may need to take a break from what you're seeing in the world, because what's happening out here is a little funky. And the reason why it's funky is because the stories aren't matching up. And you have every right to believe what you want to believe. You have every right to discover the stories you need to discover. In fact, I'll tell you all that there's certain news agencies I don't go to anymore. If you want to, okay, I'll give you a place that I do go to because it's real investigative journalism. You can go to what's called Project Veritas. Okay, I'm not going to put it on this post because I know that they already get censors already, but it's called Project Veritas, and you'll see some real investigative journalism there. And these people, even Sarah Carter, she does, and John Solomon, they do amazing journalistic work. Now, you may not fit your narrative by go, although they float this way or that way. Well, they actually are discovering stories that nobody's talking about. Now, let me ask you one question here, just before I end. Why is it that all of the people who say that they're for children and say that they're for all the voices of the minority, even watching the freaking NBA yesterday, they can wear those shirts, but nobody says nothing about kids? Nobody says anything about the kids. Why is that? Well, possibly because the folks who are doing crooked stuff are the ones who are involved in these narratives. That might be it. And I told you before, I don't care who's involved. I just want these kids to be safe. I don't care how far up politically it goes, entertainment-wise it goes, in the sports world it goes. I don't care. I just want to know that kids are being safe, and kids are being saved out of that life because they've been brought into it as slaves. That's the modern day slavery, right? But nobody talked about it yesterday, and I was looking. Nobody talked about it. So that's the deal, okay? I want to encourage you today. It's okay to take a step back. It's okay. The video drop yesterday got censored yesterday. Okay? I know that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen because stuff I was posting. But it's okay because you get to discover the truth. You do your digging. You're the one that gets to find out by your own investigation what you see. And then you can compare it to what the narrative that's being pushed out to all of us. You have a right to ask questions. I don't know if you guys know this or not, okay? One of the reasons why communist Russia fell was because actual communist spies were coming here into the United States and they actually saw grain fields. They had been told these stories about, that the US and the United States lied about how much food they actually had available. Well, when they finally saw the Midwest, they freaked out because they realized the stories were true. It wasn't true in communist Russia. It wasn't true in the communist bloc because they destroyed themselves because communism doesn't work, okay? Democratic socialism is communism. Communism doesn't work. But the narratives and the stories and the truth had to be squashed. The information had to be blocked. What do you think is happening in China? They blocked the internet, okay? They block people from really discovering stories. Why? Because the truth about it cannot get out to the masses. You're seeing that happen right now in these platforms by the search engines that you use. They block information because the more information that you have, you can make your own decision, and they want you to go toward their prescribed totals. Think about that. Dr. Fauci too as well. Maybe wear some goggles, maybe wear a mask, but then go look up Dr. Fauci Tinder, okay? What did he say about that? Was he saying the same things then as he's saying now? Think about that. What does he say there? Okay, Dr. Fauci, look it up, Dr. Fauci and Tinder. I'm freaking over this crap, man. So anyway, hope that you have a great day. It's okay to be a little bit out on ease. Jesus Christ said that the truth will set you free, okay? He is the truth. But the truth is here, you're being lied to. We're all being played, and I ain't playing the games no more, all right? Remember this always, okay? There's more people watching from the couch who are dismayed, disgruntled, and angry than there are voices that are yelling out Black Lives Matter and all other crap, because people understand they are crap. Their movement's crap. They're communists trying to take over the nation because they're selfish. That's what it is. Take care. Have a great day. Be safe on the streets.